I've said it before, but Chitose is in a Ramune bottle continues to be the sleeper pick of fall 2025, offering something genuinely beautiful. The first arc just concluded, and there's so much wisdom buried inside it. Chitose, both metaphorically and literally, shattered the glass wall around Kenta's heart, opening him to a world he never believed he could be a part of. So today, let me be the Chitose in your life. My name is Blessed Visions, and I make anime breakdowns and essays that make you think, feel, and help you grow. Video answers one of the biggest questions for all the soul searchers out there. How do I live an amazing life? Here's the step-by-step plan on how Chitose taught Kenta to live beautifully.
美しくありたいんだ。あの日見た月のように。ラムネの瓶に沈んだ。ビー玉みたい。
Step 1. Reclaiming self-worth. Philosophy. Self-pity is the first enemy. Every transformation starts from within. It begins by looking honestly at who you are, where you are, and where you want to be. That's uncomfortable, but necessary. A lot of people get stuck here because they're overwhelmed by the number of questions they're supposed to answer. So let's narrow it down to the one question that unlocks everything. Why do I think so low on myself? Most insecurities stem from this root. Maybe people, this could be friends, classmates, or even family, have looked down on you, mocked you, brushed you aside, or made you feel small. That kind of reinforcement breaks your self-image, but your self-image can be rebuilt. Cut out the negativity, guard your heart, and let only the voices that lift you up live in your mind. Chitose saw this instantly in Kenta. Kenta's worldview was drenched in pessimism, a darkness he had convinced himself was his reality. And only when the darkness was shattered could the light finally reach him. Step 2. Taking agency. This is the philosophy. Growth requires friction. Taking agency is taking action. It's not about fake it till you make it. It's becoming the version of yourself you want to be before you fully become. Here's a simple analogy. You fall asleep by acting like you're asleep first. Change works the same way. If you want to be your ideal self, you must act like your ideal self long before it feels natural. Here's my personal vision of the ideal man. Adjust it to however you want, but keep the principle the same. 1. Be courageous. Someone who acts through fear, shame, and uncertainty. Be honorable. Always keep your word, especially the promises you make to yourself. Be relentless. Push forward again and again, despite the setbacks. Be adaptable. Open to change and improvement without losing your core. And lastly, be unapologetically yourself. Grounded in identity, but not dependent on opinions. Chitose gave Kenta the tools, but Kenta had to apply them, and so do you. Step 3. Understanding social reality. At the end of the day, we're social beings. We want connection, belonging, and community. Living completely detached from others isn't strength, it's isolation. Most of us never learned how to make friends intentionally. School placed people around us, so we mistook proximity for social skill. But social skill is a craft, and that's exactly what Chitose taught Kenta. And this is what he did, and this is what he taught Kenta. To be social, one needs to practice being able to read in the room, noticing the finer details, remember what people say, adjust your tone accordingly, is able to tease, push, and encourage when required. It's able to hold eye contact and always stays away. You may think these are all natural things you should be able to do, but it's not. These are habits that have to be formed. Because at the end of the day, nothing is random and habits do need to be formed. I can even highlight to you right now, if you're the kind of person who has habits such as looking down, giving one-word answers, assuming you're unwanted, dodging eye contact, disappearing onto your phone. These are all bad habits, and your social reality will reflect that. Your social reality responds to what you give it. So give more what you want to receive back. Step 4. This is the philosophy. Regret grows in the spaces where action should have been. Break out the box you placed yourself in. Your identity is not rigid. It's fluid, like the ramune in the bottle, capable of taking a shape for whatever you choose. Someone else's perception of you is not the truth, and you don't owe your past self any loyalty. Breaking stereotypes means pushing the limits of the life you allow yourself to live. It means embracing the risk of failure. Living beautifully at the end of the day requires risk. This may be being rejected by your crush, failing at a business, being considered cringe online, or simply starting something you're not yet good at. Rejection hurts for a moment. Regret hurts for a lifetime. Chitose showed Kenta this by pulling him into his own friend group, showing him warmth, friendship, attention, care. Then he pushed him to face his old friends. And even when they mocked him, Kenta stood longer than he ever had before. That's growth. Every small step forward is a huge step, strengthening how you see yourself. Step 5. Changing your environment. This is the philosophy. Your environment is a mirror that decides what you see in yourself. The most effective way to transform your life is simple. Change your environment. Your environment shapes your worldview. It shapes what you believe is possible. It shapes the limits you place on yourself and the ones you break. When you enter a new environment, you're stepping into a bigger world than the one you lived in before. New people, new opportunities, new conversations, and most importantly, A new version of you that your past self doesn't define. And that's the quiet genius of what happened for Kenta. When Chitose pulled him into a new circle, everything shifted. Not because of one motivational moment, but because his entire environment changed. He had people who listened, people who supported him, people who saw potential he couldn't see in himself, and people who didn't hold his past against him. And that's the key. The new people you meet don't carry the old image of you. They don't remember your insecurities. They don't have your old reputation on their mind. They don't know the you you're trying to escape. They take you as the version you decide to be now. They take you as the version you decide to be in the now. That's why a new environment accelerates growth more than anything else. It frees you from the mental prison of who you used to be, and it lets you reinvent yourself without the friction. Strength isn't born in one moment. It grows in the spaces and circles that push you to keep going. The Chitose Method in real life is all about these 5 steps. Just to go over them again, that is to reclaim your self-worth. So stop letting self-pity write your story. Take agency. Move towards friction and not away from it. Read social reality. Social skills grow with practice and not luck. Break stereotypes. Live in a way that makes labels feel lazy. And change your environment. Step into spaces where a new version of you is possible. You don't go from background character to main character by changing your haircut. You do it by changing how you see yourself, how you move in uncomfortable moments, and how you show up for the people in your life. That's how you build a life that feels full, rich, and real. Thank you for watching. This has been Blessed Visions, and I'll leave you with this. Which of these 5 steps do you need the most right now? And I'll leave you with this. Which step are you currently on now? And how do you plan on moving forward? This has been the Chitose Method. And if you like more methods, give me a character you think inspires you, and I'll break down how they changed and see how you can too. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you to the next one. Until then, stay blessed.